What's up, YouTube? Welcome to more trades. All right, so hope everyone's doing good and your trades are going your way. It's a weekend and we all know the weekend is treacherous and trading is quite difficult on the weekend. So be careful if you're trading out there on the weekend, as weekends can be very tricky to trade, even for good traders. I personally try not to trade on the weekend, but if I do, then yeah, you have to be very careful. Maybe use tight stop losses if you have to. Position size is important, so yeah, just be careful if you're trading out there on the weekend. Let's go into the charts. This is Ethereum on the 15-minute chart. It looks like Ethereum at the moment is trying to maintain this level. We have a great level of resistance, 1,720. That level has been respected a lot of times. You see, a lot of times we find resistance at there. And before we get any deeper in the chart, if you haven't already, smash the likes, subscribe to the channel, and click your notification bells to always get notified whenever I go live or post a new video. Whenever I see a move, I usually post and inform people that something's happening. Okay, on Ethereum, we'll get back to it in a while. Let's go to Bitcoin for now, because Bitcoin is in a situation where an imminent move is happening. As you can see on the 15-minute chart, we are breaking above this descending trend line. Depends on how you draw it. You could draw it like this, and we've broken out already. But on the other hand, we have on the hourly, the ATR is pretty low. It's lower than it's been ever since I remember. Let me look. ATR. Let's look at the ATR. At the moment, it's at 110. And usually when you see the ATR this low, then it's an imminent move about to happen. So let's just draw a line there at around 110 and enlarge that and go back in time and see if we touch this line in the past. Let's see on the hourly chart, how far back can it take us? That's January 2022, beginning of the year. Let's go to Bitstamp. Bitstamp has a clear chart, and we can see the ATR at the moment on Bitstamp. We're at 109, so let's go here, 109, and let's go back in time. Yeah, also on Bitstamp we can't go as further than January 2022. So as you can see, on January 2022, since January till now, the past 7 months, the ATR hasn't gone that low. Despite the crazy moves we've had in the pumps, we haven't gone that low. So you can imagine that you can anticipate a big move incoming. How big, that will be determined. We'll see. And to what direction will it be going to? Yeah, for some reason you cannot go that far. Going back to Bitcoin's chart, we can see that Bitcoin at the moment is has been in an ascending channel, and we have the fixed range volume tool for this range, and at the moment we are below the value area high, trying to get up there and above the point of control. What are we looking at? What are we looking for Bitcoin pump? My first level that I'll be looking at is the 23.4 range. Yeah, 23.3 to 23.4 range. Then secondly, 23.650 to 23.7. Then I'm hoping that we can come up and either take this high 24,100 or the 24/7. If Bitcoin can break above the 24/7, what's next? Well, above the 24/7, we have this ascending channel that could take us up. We could go as high as where's that? Where's the price label? The ascending channel could take us as high as, if it happens today, we could go as high as the 26.6. That's what people are looking at. 26.6 is a possible target if we get there, but we have good resistance at 25.9 or exactly 26k. Look at that range. We consolidated here for hours. So if we draw a line over here and say this is a level of interest somewhere around here, 25.5. So those the levels are your possible take profits, or you monitor the level. If we're breaking it, then you know we're going higher. If we're finding resistance, then it's a good place to possibly take a short. Not financial advice, but that's what I'll probably do. If we go down, if Bitcoin starts tanking down, then our first point will be here, our POC 22.8, or slightly lower at our value area low. If we lose that, then we go down to 22.3, where we had a liquidity grab, or the bottom of the range of the channel, ascending channel, at around 22.192. This move up, if we look at the 4-hourly and we put volume on, the entire move up, we've been having a decline in volume. You can see that. That's volume divergence. Volume divergence is indication that we're having a weak move up. Hola Jafar, welcome to the stream. We're having a weak move up, and that is not good for Bitcoin. We like to see pumps with volume. You like to see a continuation in an uptrend. You like to see big volume coming in, kicking in, and Bitcoin going to the moon. If we come here and look at this, you like to see this volume going higher and higher and higher. Let's look at our bull run volume. You can see in bull runs, usually your volume spikes are high and you keep going. Look at that. Usually volume declines when you're at the peak, when you're topping out. If you look at the peak at around this, the 69k range, you had volume topping out. And yeah, so what I'm looking at is volume is going low. And if we want to look at our strongest indicators, I like to look at the RSI to find divergences on higher time frames. If we look at the RSI at the moment, the RSI on the 4-hour, let's see if we have any bullish or bearish divergence. We didn't have any bullish divergence. Do we have any bearish divergence? We had a lower high over here, and on the RSI we had a slightly higher high. You see that? Higher high on the RSI, lower high on the price action. That's hidden bearish. That's a continuation of a downtrend after a pull down. And we are continuing to pull down, but I think that for the weekend I would expect and I would hope for a further move up to give me a good point to short. At the moment, I don't see any point of entering a trade unless you're a breakout trader. Then you're going to trade this breakout. The breakout is to the upside. Then that means you're going to see higher prices if it's supported with volume. If you haven't already, click the like, subscribe to the channel, and click your notification bells on. Okay, so over here, the RSI is still in the bullish range. We're in the 50. We like to maintain that if you want to be bullish, between 50 and 80. You don't want to be so high on the RSI. By between 50 and 80, that's the bullish range. If we start dropping below, then that's bearish for Bitcoin. Our supports underneath, as I told you, 22.8 up to 22.3. 22.3 was a liquidity grab, so 22.7 to 22.8 is a good support. I still like that level of 22.555, which I believe we came down to a few days ago. I think it was over here. Where was 22.555? This is a 22.580 range. We held it and we came up. Usually these levels of supports and resistance, you're not going to get an exact bounce. You're going to get a liquidity grab sometimes under it, or if it's a resistance above it, then you look for a rejection and go in. If we look at this in the 4-hourly, the bullish scenario, so to see what can you expect. We've been forming the shape. We pump up, we come down, pump again, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now you could say these are like bear flags. So you can do a measured move. We could take a trend line and measure the height of this pole to the bottom, to the breakout, sorry, from here, and we measure it, and you will notice that we've done it several times. And if this is going to happen now again, then your measured move is very bullish for the time being. For the short term, we could go as high as 26 to 27, I believe. There, almost to the target of the height of the ascending channel. If we look at our fib levels from the high over here, this high, and we take it to the bottom wick over here, that will bring us up to exactly the 1.618. So that's not a coincidence. You need to look for things that show you confluence. Let's take a measured move from this high, from this high to this low. Let's see if it always plays out. It won't always play out, but let's see how accurate. Okay, so let's look at the breakout of this. So let's take the measured move from the breakout of this, which was over here, to the height of this, which was over there, and measure the breakout from here and see how high did we go. Well, we didn't get as high as the breakout required or was showing us, but if I took my fib from here to the low here to measure this, we came up to the 1.414. The next one came very close to 1.618. So I believe if we're going to have a breakout today, which I feel we're going to have an imminent big move going to happen, though it's a weekend, but my ATR is telling me that we're very, very low. We haven't been this low in the past 7 months. We haven't been as low as 110. So yeah, if you look at it in that way, then you will notice that we have a move incoming. Ethereum, on the other hand, we are at resistance, the 1720. If we go on the 4-hourly, you'll notice that 1720 is an important level for Ethereum. We keep going in and out of it. Let's go back to support over here. Support, this is on the 4-hour. Over here you can see we held support, then it became resistance, and over here we try to break it. We go above it, but we still fail. We came as high as 1783. I have this level for Ethereum. This is a point I'm looking at for a short if and when we get there. 1720 is also a good point, but you see it's being ripped a lot of times, so maybe it's losing its strength. It's not that strong anymore, and most probably it's like a point of control or a value area high for this entire range. So if you take the measurement tool for this range, let's start it from over here. Wrong tool. Fixed range volume. So that's your point of control, the 1720 for this range. Solana, on the other hand, is moving up at the same way, but Solana is forming is in a slightly different formation. We have an ascending wedge, which could give us a break to the downside. The targets for Solana at the moment, if we go down, if it's coming to tap this, it's around the 37 to 38, 30, yeah, somewhere around here. If it's within this, this candle, then we could come. This is the next 4-hourly candle. It could come up to 36.74 to test it, or it could go as high as the 48 region. A break of this would take Solana very low. A break of this would be very low, and you would measure it from, you take the width of this, and that's your measured move for the break, and you go here and you take the breakout. If it's from over here, it could take us down to $17. I don't think so that will happen tonight. A0, huge pump today. Okay, Alex, I'll take a look. Let me see. A0, would you want to see it on Binance? Actually on Huobi. Yeah, we'll go on Huobi, A0 tether. Let's go there. Let's look at A0. A0, wow, that's a huge pump. That's a big 4-hourly candle there. See, the thing is with these low cap coins, usually like you could find that they always move more volatile than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin moves the market, and if Bitcoin moves a small percentage. What was it, Alex? A0. Would you want it on another exchange? ETC. Let's take a look at the ETC. Ethereum Classic, I think that is. ETC, Ethereum Classic, ETC. What is happening? What's happening with my... What am I doing? There we go. Ethereum, let's look at Ethereum Classic on Binance. Ethereum Classic, well, Ethereum Classic is doing good. We have had a big pump yesterday. Okay, for Ethereum you're talking about? Oh, Alex, you're talking about the exchange for what? For A0. So what exchange would you look at? What exchange you want to look at? Jafar, Ethereum Classic is holding well, but at the moment, if you look at the smaller time frame, we were losing the 50 EMA, and we managed to get... we're curling up. The EMAs are curling up. Might be good, but we're still struggling at the 50, and we're below the psychological low. So that's not really, at the moment, it's not a good indication. If we reject from here, we will easily come down to recover this wick. This will be our support, yeah, at around this region, 37.69 till 37.41. That is your support. That's a support for Ethereum Classic. But if you look at the 15-minute chart, if you look at the bigger picture, let's look at the bigger picture for Ethereum Classic. I haven't traded this. Do you trade this? On Binance, I mean, do you trade it on futures? We have a good support or resistance. This is a strong resistance. Look at that. You have a big block of resistance over here at the $40 range. But at the moment, you are on the bigger time frame. You are forming higher lows and trying to form higher highs and possibly a higher low. And if you look at it on the 1 hour, are we still above the 50? Yes, we are. So you're not totally in a bad place. But we need, if Ethereum Classic wants to move up, it needs to go above this wick to confirm a higher high, 39.5, and also break yesterday's high. Binance, okay, that's Binance, yeah. Okay, Binance futures. It has some good moves. I wonder if it moves like Ethereum. Ethereum does very well. It moves, like when it moves away from the 50, it likes to come back to it more than Bitcoin. Let's look at Ethereum on Binance US dollar. Ethereum BUSD. You look at Ethereum on the hourly and you see whenever we have a nice W formation down here, we might be making, this is our first move up and we're retracing and we might continue higher. The measured move, the classical measured move of this will be from the tip of the W till the shorter leg, and you take it from the break of the neckline and you put it at the tip. So if Ethereum essentially moves up today, not today, but I mean the measured move for this W is 1794. I have a target at 1811 and 1783, I think. I'll go back to Ethereum Classic, Jafar, for you, just to do some quick TA on it, give you some levels to look at. Ethereum, I keep doing the same thing on and on. What am I doing? Okay. Ethereum Classic. ETH Classic, ETH Classic, ETH Classic. What's happening today? I don't know what's happening, Jafar. Everything I type, it's like backwards. Okay, Ethereum Classic Perpetual Futures. Ethereum Classic tethered on Binance. Yeah, there you go. Oh man. Okay, Ethereum Classic. Let's look at some levels. Okay, you see you're rejecting on the 15-minute. Thanks, Jafar. ETC. Yeah, you're rejecting on the 15-minute. You're rejecting the 50 EMA. MACD. If you look at the MACD indicator, you try to curl up. You're curling down. You're trying to build bullish momentum. Stochastic RSI. We're at the overbought region, but mind you, this is a 15-minute. Once the 15-minute starts playing out, then you're going to have the momentum shifting into the half an hour, 45, 1 hour. So if you look at the 30-minute, we're still there. We haven't lost the 50. We're still there, and we have this pin stop volume candle, which says that it was about to move down, stopping volume candle, moved up, and then we wicked up. We wicked about to the daily open, which rejected us, and we're going down. But now we're getting support on the 100. I mean the 50 EMA. On the 50-minute, we're on the 200 EMA. We have it over here. This is a 200 EMA. So a good retest would have been 50, bounce off. Sometimes even on Bitcoin, you see that we really go under on the retrace, and we come back up. Look at this. You were going high, you really came down low and you still made it high, but you didn't make a high. Bigger picture. Let me remove this indicator to look at the bigger picture. Sometimes so many indicators just fogs the brain. Let's look at that. Are we forming any patterns over here? This could have been a head and shoulders, and you would want a breakout, but it failed. 4 hourly, that's a big W formation. You like your W's to be under the 50 moving average. You have a W over, so that's a bit out of textbook if you want to say something like that. But this this pattern, I'm not a harmonics trader, but could be a harmonic pattern, and you could be having a cipher possibly from here, but it has to meet the fib levels, and to here, back down here to here. And if it's a cipher pattern, then that would mean point D is a reversal point down. But we don't need to get too excited about that. We have a good support level just close by. Even you can see it on the hourly, and I'll put it in my fixed range volume tool to measure this entire range. You have your point of control here, which is Azera and Ethereum Classic are almost the same price, huh? But at the moment, Azera, if you want to buy Azera, then I would wait for a retest of support before I go in. If I'm going to buy to hodl, then I would want to test support before that. And my support, my big support, if I look at the point of control, I have my point of control here. This is on the hourly. And volume blocks over here, we have a good other volume value area low, and we have an area order block over here down at the, I'll give you the levels if we get down there, but I don't think so that will happen tonight. But just be aware, I said it earlier, I don't know if you were here. I said I expect a big move incoming, up or down, that's to be seen. But we have an order block over here, 33.47, 32.16. This level will also be our support, the point of control. We have a move incoming, in my opinion, on Bitcoin, and that will move the market accordingly. Why do I think we have a move incoming on Bitcoin? Because the ATR is very low. It's at 110. I haven't seen it below. I don't remember it going to 100. But 110 on the hourly, for me, it's been low, and I've been trading for almost 2 years. But the charts don't go back as much as I would like them to go. Okay. It's a BTC hedge. So you're talking about trading it on futures, possibly buying for short term. You were saying, Alex, earlier that Azera, as you wanted to look at Azera, what exchange did you want to go and look at it? Azera, because Azera is still pumping. And this is on Huobi. I don't use Huobi, so I don't know. And on this exchange, Azera is a very young coin, 19th of July on this exchange. And it looks like it formed, this kind of looks like a cup and handle or an even Adam. And if you wanted to measure this kind of, this move and see the break, you take it from the peak of here and you go to the bottom. Essentially your breakout would be this neckline. This is a very, very bullish target, and that's if you're in a bullish market. At the moment we're in a bear market, unfortunately, but you could go up as high as 1.6. Let's look at the indicators. But mind you, whenever you have big vector candles, price tends to, you're breaking yesterday's high at the moment, price tends to want to come back and recover them. So you see this candle, it will be recovered. This green candle will definitely be recovered. When? That's the question. We've recovered 50% of it, so we might not come back to it, but usually when you have big candles, we come back to grab liquidity from them. I would like to look at Solana. Solana at the moment, it's also rejecting from the 50. Bitcoin on this chart is trying to hold the 50. I have my Fibonacci channels I would like to look at if I have anything close by for support or resistance. At the moment on this chart, this is the 4-hourly, mind you, so patterns take longer to play. We have this green trend line that is from this wick and this wick, and I wanted it to test the support. We did test it, came up and failed and came down exactly to the Fibonacci channel and bounced off it. Our next Fib channel, if we are to come up, we have a Fibonacci level over here at around 25.7. I'm really looking at the target. I'm waiting for at least 24.8 and the 25.6. 24.650, 24.7 and the 25.7. This is a very important level for me. If we get there, to be very nice. You see on this drop, we tried to make it up, we got rejected. Look over here. We dropped from it, but we haven't dropped significantly. We were like bouncing off, on and off it. So it is a level I'll be looking at if we get up there. Where's my other chart? We have Fib time coming in tomorrow. I just want to make you aware of that. It's coming in, actually it's coming in how many hours would that be? That would be 4 and 3 and 7 hours. So coincidentally, as usual, I always like to draw a line before my Fib time. I always say that I have a trigger line. I haven't drawn one over here, so let me see if I can make one ahead of time. So let's say Fib time is in 7 hours, so my trigger line is in, because I would have drawn my trigger line here. We have it here, so that would be 3, 6. My Fib time would be on this candle. It's already in over here. That was my trigger line. This is a Fib time incoming, so you will see move. So coincidentally, as usual, ATR goes low, Fib time is incoming, and then you see a boom, a movement like magic. I don't know how it works, but that's how it works. There, this is exact to be to the hour, and you can see as soon as we hit this trigger line, we came down slightly. It's no coincidence. If you go back in time and you watch my other videos, you will see whenever we hit my Fib times, there's always a move, either up, either down. Unfortunately, we can't tell. This is not fortune telling. I don't have a crystal ball, but I know something is incoming. I'm only in one trade at the moment. Actually, I'm in 2 trades. I'm in a Bitcoin trade and a VeChain trade, but that's a long-term short that I took when it was way up. I was in other small trades that I came out of. I tried to take a trade at 23.5, but I got stopped out. I guess I went in a bit early. I haven't taken a trade, but I was looking at this line to take a trade, and I haven't. And unfortunately, it's playing my way. I would have been in profit right now. And double tops usually form at the top, but we're having an ugly double top over here. You could consider the top of this up move, and we could be coming down from there. As you can see, we have the value area low at 22.7, and this is your point of control, 22.8. I want to go deep down into Solana. Bitcoin is making a move now. That means everyone will make a move. Solana is breaking the 50 EMA, and if it breaks down, it should come down to this area. It will try to break yesterday's low and possibly lower. We also have support here close by. So yeah, on the hourly, we don't have any big vectors for Solana to recover unless it comes below the 37k range, I mean the $37 range, then it will be coming lower. But if Solana loses the 37, then that's a guarantee it's coming down to at least retest this green trend line at 36.69. If you haven't already, please smash the likes, subscribe to the channel, click your notification bells so you don't miss out on the next moves. Alright, VeChain, same thing, is above the 50 on the hourly, holding support. Mana, let's look at Mana. Where's Mana? I have Mana somewhere here. Cake has dropped significantly. Now it's up, but I remember Cake at around maybe $40 or $60, and now it's $4. That's almost 90% down. Mana, where's Mana? There you go, Decentraland. This is a nice coin also. It had a huge market cap. It had huge volume traded before. I don't know now, but we're holding the 50. We're above the psychological high. We might retest it and blast off. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is within its psychological, it's below its psychological low, and we're going down on it. Looks like we're coming down to retest the 22.8 to 22.7 range, the value area low and the point of control. But my bias for Bitcoin, a lot of things are pointing up. The indicators are coiling up, but I also have the descending trend line that we were dropping from, the descending wedge, and we broke up, and we could be back testing it and going to blast off. You see this green trend line, initially it was here. You could draw it like this. It depends how you draw it. You could say, okay, this is a descending wedge actually, and we could come down to retest the 22.795, 22.8, which is close to the point of control and value area low, and then go up. And the measured move of that I showed you already. My first point I'll be looking at is this wick over here, 23.650. If we're able to take that, the mid of this range of this ascending big channel that we're in, then these 2 wicks up here, I personally will look to short the rip, because I find it easier to trend with the trade with the trend. The macro trend is down, so you'll make more money if you short the rip. This could be a reversal. You could be just shorting corrective waves, but if it's not, then there's a lot of money to be made over here. 2700 still hasn't been reclaimed. We still have this big vector candle over here that we haven't taken liquidity from. Look at that. I don't think so market makers will just leave that behind. That's liquidity. Before I sign out, I would like to check one more indicator, liquidity levels. It's a nice indicator. You could see liquidity where traders are trading, and it's interesting to see that you find a lot of 100x's buying the tops and selling the shorts. It's funny. Unfortunately, they get wrecked, and they should learn their lessons. 25x are always so far away from the entry points, the liquidation levels. The 100x over here, look at this. Someone went long on this at 22.927, and we're at 23.036, trying to catch the bottom of the wick, 22.927, 917. Someone has opened along somewhere there, 22.917, possibly in this candle. But yeah, you should always use correct position size, leverage, and stop loss. Overall, on the 4-hourly, if we zoom in and look at the chart, we have we have equal distribution of longs and shorts, but if I want to look at the 1 hourly, sometimes it gives a clear picture. Let's zoom out. You have shorts over here, here. I think we have more shorts in the chart than longs, so I think a short squeeze is overdue. We need to go up and squeeze these shorts and then come down and get the longs. All right, that's my view for the market. Any other coins anyone wants to look at, just let me know. Otherwise, I'll sign out, and thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Clicking the likes and subscribe to the channel really helps my channel get out there and let more viewers see it on YouTube first. So yeah, and if you're interested in seeing other videos of mine that you don't get notified about, like shorts, YouTube shorts, search my name on YouTube. I post shorts very frequently, more than I go live, more than I do videos. So I have a lot of short videos while I'm on the move. Sometimes I can't make videos from home, so I do them on the move. We have 1.7 million worth, 1.07 million worth of longs at 100x, open at 23,033, trying to catch the bottom of the wick. Let's see how well to do. Looks like this trade might work out for them if it wicks up. You're most welcome, Jafar. Thanks. Appreciate the words that you're saying. It supports the channel, really, people tuning in and smashing the likes, and I enjoy just being here, having a chat. Before I sign out, if you have anything, Jafar, you want me to take a look at, any coin you're interested in, just let me know, bro. All right, more trades. I'm out. Thanks for tuning in. See you on the next one.